It's lyrics. Stop selling sex. Legs closed, pocketbooks open, ladies. Let's get back to the business. They opened that door for us, and y'all about to get the damn door shut down. Surgeries ain't gonna make you get there. A fat ass ain't gonna make you get there. Putting your intestines in one place ain't gonna make you get there. Perky titties ain't gonna make you get there. I wanna hear lyrics. These guys will love looking at you. They'll love that. Everybody got a wet pussy. And I ain't no kids in here, so I'm going to just go there. I'm really going to go there. For the women, I'm really going to go there. What happened to put something on and make you imagine what's going to go on in that bedroom? Make you imagine if I get on my knees, what's going to happen? All that's over with. It's all over. Guys, do y'all got to kill everybody? Do everybody got to take a perk? Do everybody got to drink lean? Do everybody got to do this stuff? Because we had some music. When I came up, when hip-hop started, and I'm coming from back then, we talked about the struggles and what we was going through. We was going through some stuff, real stuff, not the fictitious stuff that you guys are going through. Dry snitching on a record, telling on people, doing all this stuff. That's not music, guys. That's not it. Oh my God, I can't do this.
Let's go.
I just feel like, no, because this is just like so good because y'all got to understand, it's 2022, y'all. Pandemic is out. We got to get busy. We got to come with some new shit. Okay? It's more of y'all. There's so many of y'all. I'm going to go back to why I did my station. I did that station for y'all. They didn't play none of the artists that I worked with. None of the artists that I worked with were able to go to radio. They couldn't go to radio because they was them lean drinking, smoking ass, all the stuff, Negroes that I was dealing with. They couldn't go in there. Y'all can't go to stations with a styrofoam cup and thinking that everybody's okay. You can't go in a room smoking weed, just lighting up and thinking that it's just okay. Half y'all can't even go in the studio without smoking. You can't function. You can't do anything. This stuff can take you out of your misery, period. It's good. This is drug money if you do it right. It's better than the streets. But the stick-up kids are still there. The police is still there. Everything is still there that was in the streets is in here, because guess why? Everybody that was in the streets is now in here. Found a new hustle. And now half of y'all became the bait. You became that bait now. Learn what you're getting into. Know what you want to do. I am a BDS station. Okay? I try to teach people, but you know what they tell me? That ain't nothing. I need to be on Spotify. How many playlists are there for you to be on there? How many playlists do you have to go on? And who the hell gonna hear your music out of all those people on there? And how fast are you gonna get to that check that everybody wants to get? Because everybody wants the check. Everybody, that's all you hear everybody talking about. I'm gonna get that check. 1 million spins, $5,000. But one thing I was always good in was math. So I never heard of 0.97.00 of a penny. What the hell is that? What is that? I want somebody to teach me how to act. Ian, you know how to act like that? TJ, you act like that? Anybody, you act like that? What does that mean?
It means you got to do a lot of spins to make a penny.
1 penny. 1 penny. So they took your mental off the BDS spins. They took your mental off the DJs. They took your mental off. You ain't got to be in the clubs. You ain't got to do this. You ain't got to spin here. You don't need this person because you could do this. You could do that. They took your mind off of these things. Y'all, listen, the internet, which is the murder capital of the world, it takes your mind off of so many things and it controls you. It controls everything about you every day. Y'all listen to everything that's on there. Look, if I go buy it, I'm the biggest goddamn thief in the damn world. Me. And I took people in that was goddamn homeless, ain't had shit. But I do everything, whatever they want to write in there. I hope Cardi B tear Tasha K ass up. Because that's going to stop all the bullshit bloggers and everybody else that feeds y'all misinformation so y'all asses can learn something and y'all can stop going there listening to gossiping, slandering people down. But y'all can learn something. Okay, let somebody else go for a minute, because I got to calm down.
Word. Shout out to the queen. Yo, I go by A+, man. I'm CEO of Grade A Records from Mississippi Gulf Coast. And I got a question for the panel, man. After you got everything lined up for as your EP or single, what's the distance in having that EP or that single in the system before the drop date for basically promotion and all?
You're saying you should have it in the system and have your distributor have an opportunity to have some amount of time with the record before the actual release date, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's always kind of like a back and forth that goes on with some of my clients because they're working on it till the kind of the last minute. They're trying to, perfect it, and at the same time, they have a release date in their mind. So they might not be perfect until just days before the release date. Although I like it when a distributor will agree to release something quickly, I think that it's important to give them a chance, give your distributor a chance to set the record up. Because like Ms. Deb just said, while you're doing what you're supposed to be doing out here in these streets, if they're doing their job, they are at least trying to get you in front of some people to try to get on those playlists. Because if you're doing it the right way and the best way, you're hitting all sides at one time, right? You're out here person to person, hand to hand, talking to DJs, building a reputation, building excitement, building anticipation for the record. But you can't really reach all the people at Apple and Spotify directly. And if you have a distributor that is going to help you, that's really going to give you a service, then let them do the service for you. And that service should be talking to the playlisters about the potential of putting you on certain playlists. Everybody's not going to get that treatment, though. So that's one of the things you have to do is make sure you find a distributor that will spend some time with you and your record. Obviously, you're not going to get that.
And marketing.
Right, the marketing and promotion.
Right, all the distributors do not do marketing.
Right, I mean, TuneCore doesn't do anything, right? They try to say they're going to do a little something now, but what's that? No, but in the early days with Empire is a company that if he sees something or if they know something's kind of going on, they can make some calls. Foundation Media is a company that if they're aware of what's happening.
That's a deal. That's them going in for a deal. I think that's a broad question, though. Because when he's saying that about the distributors, it's according to, because every distributor is different.
Correct.
The one thing you have to do, I think the one thing, this is just for me, that would have to be important to you, you'd have to do your homework on what it is that you want. That's doing your homework. And as a CEO, that's something that you should be doing. Right. You should know every distribution company, what they have and what they don't have before your people go through it. That's something that you have to know. Is this for me or is this not for me? Do I need a distribution company that I can just have my stuff go out there and we got the rest of it? And it's also according to the artist, because you can have a brand new person that need from point A to Z. You got to do everything for them. And then you might have that artist that's out here that's popping right now, that everybody know who that person is. Right. It don't take as much for that person.
Exactly.
So it's according, that's like, I ain't gonna let you get stuck with that.
No, you're right. You're right.
Said that to him. But it's a broad question.
But his question was, how much time do I give my distributor to set the record up once I turn it in?
But that's also
Depending on
still
if
according to
if you have a distributor that will do some work.
Right.
Right.
It's still according to you, and it still go back to who do you want to deal and what do you want? What are you looking for? What are they willing to give you? What are you willing to give up? If it's something that they want from you, okay, if it's something that they're, because some of them, you could do the deals with them. Like it's, like I should say 30-70 deal or something like that they'll do, and they'll take this if you give them X, Y, and Z. You understand what I'm saying?
And then they may offer you some services, and if they do and you
Yeah.
believe in the services, then give them a
Right.
chance to do the services.
Right. So that's what you have to look for.
My name is Shimmy out of OKC, representing the Gap, and I got a question about how do you?
Hey, let me say something real quick. Now, say you do have a distributor that doesn't offer those services. On Spotify, they have the Spotify for Artists app. If you set your project up 10 days to 2 weeks prior, then on the app they allow you to pitch your record for playlisting. But if you don't set it up in enough time, that option won't even be available where you won't even see it. So for those of y'all that don't know and don't have all that, you can pitch yourselves.
That you can do yourself.
You can do it yourself.
Without your distributor service. But if you set it for 1 week from today, that option's not even gonna show up. You set it up for how long?
10 days.
10 days in advance. Then they'll say, oh, you want to.
My question is just really how do you elevate a third or a secondary market in order to attract, like, for instance, we had to travel out here in order to get a panel, in order to meet somebody that could actually, lace you up. But in Oklahoma City, I think we might have the talent, you might have the DJs in the circuit, and you're getting the spins. But in order to get any recognition, you're gonna have to drive up to Kansas City, or you're gonna have to drive to Wichita, or drive down to Dallas or Houston. So what I'm trying to say is, how do you switch that, or how do you go about attacking the system in a way that's gonna make somebody from outside of that area come in and give you a scope before you have to get out of town?
Be interesting. I mean, it's like you have social media, and so it's awesome to go on the road and go hit these different cities, but you also have the option to attract people from right where you're at, and you're not limited by location. That's one of the beauties of today. But there has to be something interesting about you. They have to like you. They have to fuck with you. They have to something.
There it is. Listen, Atlanta wasn't always the music mecca. You understand? There had to be a movement that was created in order for Atlanta to become what it has become. So if you're the movement or you're the start of that movement in Oklahoma City, be that movement. You know what I'm saying? It has to start somewhere. It has to start somewhere. So if it starts with you, let it be with you. But you have to be the movement. And let me say one other thing. It's like,
Literally booed Outkast when they won Best New Artist.
oh, and they hated us in New York.
Like, what? Atlanta? New York and LA was like, how is Atlanta even in this conversation? Because Atlanta did not have a music industry scene. So it would have been like somebody from Oklahoma City. They would have been like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? That's how they literally were about Atlanta.
They also might want to start by encoding their record. Encode the record and then eventually get the letter down.
So let me say something to that effect as far as what he's saying as far as getting shit going in your city if you're in a small town. One thing I do with the Coalition DJs, we went to a lot of different cities, and what we did is we tapped in with DJs in their own backyard. And when we tapped in with those DJs, and those DJs in here can they contest to it, well, I tell them the same thing that we do in Atlanta. We take the kids and the rappers and the shit that's in our own backyard. So when you see us do our anniversary parties and you see us doing all that shit, we're taking the guys that's in our own backyard and we're showcasing them to the world like they the shit. We're not worried about who cares about it outside of Atlanta. That's why when you come to Atlanta, you say niggas in Atlanta on their shit. They on their own shit. Cause we take the time to we take the time to put that effort into going the extra mile for the artists and making them shine. That's why you see the Coalition DJs, the Fleet DJs, the Nerve DJs, all these different DJs crews, they really get behind these artists. What has happened over the years and why you're having a lot of hard time coming out of your market is so much friction between, I don't fuck with this nigga, I don't do this, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna give it to you, it costs this, it costs that. We gotta get out of that to the point. Like, I could have charged everybody to come in here. I didn't. Half of you got in here for free because I want you to come in here and get this game that they giving so that you can take it back and make it resonate where you're at.
There it is.
How y'all doing? My name Neighborhood Barbie. I'm also from Oklahoma City. I'm an upcoming rap artist, however you want to call it. But just being a female in a male-dominant industry, especially coming out of a small town like Oklahoma City, but it doesn't have to be just female-related. It could be related to all y'all, but specifically for Deb, at what point in your career did you was like, or were you like, I'm going to keep going? Because at some point, you still have to take a no, just like you could take a yes. So at one point in your career, especially as a female in a male-dominant industry, even managing the artist, the type of artist that you have, at what point in your career where you're just like, you don't care what nobody's saying, or you also saw that shift to where you was like, yeah, I got to keep going, this for me?
First off, with me, sweetie, failure's not an option. Okay, that's the first thing with me. And it's always been like that. Before the music, in the streets, I'm not stopping. I'm a hustler, okay? And the next thing about me is, I'm just saying this about me. My skin is tough. I don't give a fuck what people say. That's why I kept going. No matter what they say about me, I'm still there. I don't care what you say about me. You're not gonna stop me from doing what I gotta do. I just got tough skin. And I don't look at this like it's a male-dominated industry. Because guess what? Without this, the males wouldn't have been here. So I'm okay. That's where I'm at. They wouldn't have been here. I'm not claiming that. That is a male-dominated industry, and I can't come through and do nothing. In the streets, I did more shit than men did. In this game, it's the same thing, because I don't care. I don't care what you say about me. You can't hurt me with your word. You can write anything you want to write. You can get up there and say anything you want to say. You still gonna see me. Okay? If you don't see me, you gonna hear me. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere until I'm ready to go somewhere, period. And don't let nothing live in your head rent-free. It ain't paying you, it don't stay there. You are not a relative of sanitation. So you don't grab onto other people's shit and all the stuff that they have to say. If this is what it is, we're going to take that back when you say, well, an artist or whatever it is. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you're going for. Know that. When you say that, you stand up and you say that with confidence. Know exactly where you're going. Don't let nobody change your mind. I don't care who it is. They cannot tell you what you can't do. You have to teach people how to treat you, sweetie. Period.
My name is DJ Squirt. I am the regional VP of the Nerve DJs, one of the largest coalitions worldwide, 3,000 to 5,000 DJs. My CEO is right here with me today, my big brother, and I'm strong because of him. Number one, Deb, I want to tell you how much I love you. You really inspired me to do what I do. Now, I started also an independent radio station to help independent artists. Right. It is all independent. I treat them with a mainstream feel so they can get used to it. I'm also teaching kids, and I'm opening a school here. I would love to have you speak. Anyway, my question is to all of you who are on this panel have over 30 years, I mean, altogether, I don't know how much, but a lot of years of experience. You guys come from the day where you beat and walked the street. You didn't have phones. We didn't have internet. I'm older than I look. We didn't have phones. I was an artist on the first compilation album out of Cleveland, Ohio. We OH 10, one of my songs was on there. It was really dope. It's still dope. People from Japan asked me to come to Japan today. And that was in 1987. So I'm older than I look. But what I want to know with you guys, because I hit the street, I did the marketing, I did the traveling and the shows, I had that experience. The youth today do not have it. They want to push a button and fight and keyboard argue, and they don't have the ethic because they didn't do the work. What kinds of things do you guys have with your experience that is pretty much available to try to give back to the ones that are trying to be artists as herself, that they can reference to, like a website or marketing, something they can reference to, because I'd love to see it too. So I'm learning myself and educating and putting it back out there. I've also started an independent artist tour called the Splash Tour, teaching them how to learn to travel, work together, move together, travel from cities. So it's 12 cities in a year, and then they're learning as they go by and move, because it's not instant. I just want to know what you guys have maybe available to give back, or something they can reference to, since a lot of them is lazy. Maybe they could get inspired. But I was inspired by you, Deb, and that's why I even started my radio station. They didn't want me to use my name. They didn't want me to flirt. They didn't want me to be me. So I started mine because I saw you.
And that's the reason why I opened our minds. Right. When they want to talk, let's talk. Okay? I'm in 79 countries. And I also want to open up to you and all the DJs. I do a 2-hour show a day that's dedicated to nothing but DJs. I want your picture, I want your music, I want it up there, and I want to dedicate that time just to you. I mix our DJs with international DJs. I also have B100 in Africa, and I have B100 in London. Okay? So we've opened up the doors for many people. My give back is the radio station and me doing the radio station, but I like to teach. I know I get on people's nerve when they come in here, their music ain't right, they didn't do the stuff right with their music, then I'm going through it with them. They don't want to hear that shit because they think their shit is the bomb. It ain't mixed, it ain't nothing done with it. They just want to throw a record there. I want to go through everything with you. I want to teach you how to do this. And also, if you're spending on my station for 6 weeks, I'll chart you. I can show you how you charting. And I'm not just with ASCAP and BMI, because they have that ASCAP and BMI one that they have that your music is reported there. I'm actually with Nielsen. I'm there. The only thing I can't do is I can't put one of you on Billboard because they don't know if you're paying me to get you there. But I'm in the process of creating my own Billboard for independence. So that's what I'm working on also now. For independence, I'm in the process of doing that now. I know what my station is doing, and I know what we're giving back. Also, I had a distribution company forever and a day, and it's just for independent artists. Everything I've done is for independent artists. I don't chase no majors. I don't even play majors on there. It's just indies, and the music is fire. It's like, it pisses me off not to hear some people not actually spinning. Their music is good. But again, just like she said, y'all still doing the wrong things. Incidentally, it was a couple of questions that was asked in here. She introduced herself, okay? You got TJ as a DJ that's up here. You got other DJs that are in this room. That's y'all's job. Before y'all leave this room, y'all should at least have at least 20 DJs' names and numbers from different cities. Okay, so you could be going everywhere. I got 49 stations about to come under me, and I'm about to BDS all of them. So that's something for me that I'm doing. Huh?
Nah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still ask her. They got to answer now. Go ahead. She asked everybody a question. You get too quiet.
So listen, real quick.
I don't even remember
I
the question.
got to get to this next panel. So what I want to do, I want to close out, because we got to move swift right quick. I want to give each one of you an opportunity to say some final words before you get out of here, because I got a few DJs that's got to go to work, and we got to get this DJ panel in next. So I want to make sure I get that in. I'm gonna start our way over on the end with TJ. You started off.
My start? Oh, okay. I'm TJ's DJs on all social media, TJS, DJS. For me, it's all about the relationships. I'm old school. It's hard to be known if you don't know anybody.
I'm going to end it by answering DJ Square's question. Y'all can follow me on at Ian F. Burke, IANF Burke. I also have a website, www.ianfburke.com. I am a consultant, so I do that as well. So this is how I give back. I'm like Deb, I like to teach, I like to educate as well. And if I could do one quick thing, make sure, now I know we, like in the last panel, when it was over, everybody bum rushed the front, right? What I would suggest to you guys is to network amongst yourselves, because y'all are that next generation of people who are going to be where we are right now. So instead of coming after us, y'all go and speak to each other, find out what each other does. You know, whether you're a DJ, you're an engineer, you're a producer, you're a songwriter, you're an artist, or all of the above. You know what I'm saying? This is why this conference is so important, is to network amongst yourselves. Listen to what we have to say, but network amongst yourselves is very key. Thank you.
I'm gonna do y'all one better. Every DJ in the room, put your hand up. It's a lot of DJs in here. It's a lot of DJs in here. Every artist needs to be looking around and identifying the DJs. Okay? Thank you, DJs, for what you do. My name is Vincent Phillips. I'm an entertainment attorney. My Instagram is Vince Phillips ESQ. That's VincePhillips ESQ. And I agree with Ian, because if someone wants to reach out to me, actually just hit the link in the bio on my Instagram, and I'm going to be doing specifically consultations with people that come out of this. So I'll be looking forward to that. So as opposed, like he said, as opposed to maybe bum rushing us, if you're an artist, you saw those DJs with their hands up, make sure you're talking to them, getting their numbers. Don't make them feel used. Become actually personal with DJs. Get to know them, because that's how, in Oklahoma City, that's how you're going to grow your city, because you have to make your town and your city start to support itself the way we had to once upon a time. And Greg Street can testify to
He's
this.
talking to you guys. He's talking to you guys.
You guys in the back, be respectful.
Greg Street could testify to this. Once upon a time, we had to do that too. We had to not worry about other cities, concentrate on our city, get Atlanta to where it became, and then the world started to look at us. So that's my piece.
Thanks everybody for coming out. I think with everything, it starts with a great song and a great artist, and that's the bottom line. Like, the DJs are gonna play it if it's great. So everybody just gotta keep working on those songs and those artists, and that's where it starts. If the DJs are playing it, then that's where it starts.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, guys, again for being late, but shut up, waffle, sticky ass. So B100 for me, like, that's I could do. I also do consulting. I'm not interested in managing. That's the last one right there, Diamond White. I'm done after that. That's it. I'm not interested in that, but I am interested in teaching and opening up other doors for you. Like, that's the thing that I'm really interested in, and I'm really going full force with this radio station. So BE100 Radio, we have an app on Androids and Apple. Okay, we're on every major platform, even iHeartRadio. You can look us up on there. DJs, I'm really here for you guys. That's who I'm looking for, and that's what my people are in here for, because I need numbers so I can get to you, and I need 30-minute, 15-minute sets that I can spin on my radio. I do not want major artists on the compilations of anything that you send B100. I want independent artists only, and preferably your city. Okay.
All right.
Thank you for coming out.
It's all good. So I want to thank y'all give a big round of applause for the panelists real quick. So listen. Y'all go ahead. Before y'all bum rush up here, we're going to go right into the next panel. So network for a minute. We're going to let y'all do that, and then we're going to go right into the next panel. Shout out to Greg Street for being in the building. DJ OS, Johnny O, myself. Bigger rankings on the way.
Hey. Oh, thank you. It's nice to see you. Pleasure.